miss on the glass, and had 13 points in the first half. Questions for the Huskers?
What just changed in that second half to go from a 3-point halftime lead to a 30-point win?
I think we just knew we weren't playing our standard. We talk a lot about like our standard is our standard for a reason, and I'll give credit to CBU. Like they came out and played, and they punched first, and we had to flip that switch. And so I think it was a good opportunity for us to work on our response. We don't want to work on our response all the time, but adversity will come, and so I think we had a good opportunity to learn.
Callan, how are you feeling after those 3 charges, especially that one late in the game where she went airborne and took you down?
Yeah, sore, but I'm going to lay my body on the line for these girls, whether that's in practice or in a game, and so they can trust me on that, and I'm going to have their back every single time. I'm grateful we have a couple days coming up that are off, though.
Amaya, how have you continued to provide a spark off the bench, and is that a source of pride for you to come off the bench and give your team a lift?
Yeah, I think it's just coming in and doing whatever the team needs. Defense and rebounding is something I've really been working on, especially in the offseason. So I think just coming in and knowing that that's what our team always needs. And then, sometimes the offense just comes from that, whether it's getting fouled or my teammates giving me run-out layups, things like that. So, yeah, just whatever the team needs me to do, I'm coming in and just providing the energy and the spark.
Jess, is there any concern with giving up, 28 points in the paint tonight? You're obviously going to be facing Big Ten physicality now coming up, so is there any concern with that?
Yeah, I mean, our goal was to kind of keep them out of the paint tonight, and in the first half, I don't think we did a very good job of that. I think we flipped the switch in the second half a lot, but just kind of we're staying hungry and we're staying present, so what we need to work on in the next couple of days after some much-needed time off, and then just getting hungry for that next opponent.
Callan, what was it like, that three-pointer that they had just taken the lead earlier in the third quarter, and you made a 3 right in front of your bench? Obviously, those are always good to make them at key times. What was that feeling like?
I mean, great. It's awesome to see the ball go in the hoop, and I think when you get to do it in front of your bench and just to see the way your teammates celebrate you is so special, and that's what makes our team so special.
I guess, Jess, just what's gone into your ramp up with an offensive production, kind of being a player that the team can go to early in the paint?
Yeah, I mean, I think similar to what Amaya said, I think my teammates just do a great job of getting me the ball, especially Cal tonight. We had a little connection there going late in the third, but just they give me the ball in the right places, and they have belief in me, and I know the coaches have belief in me just to go finish what they kind of started, and so it's easy to kind of produce when your teammates have your back.
How big is it that you guys can have so many, we talk about your guys' depth all the time, but especially in these games that are maybe closer than expected, to have so many offensive contributors and girls finish in double digits to help create some distance? How big is that?
It's so special. I think we said we had 4 girls with double digits and quite a few with 8 points, and I think that's really hard if you were to try to draw a scout on us. I think that's really hard to guard, and I think that's what is just going to take us really far as we head into this Big Ten season.
Although it means you're missing shots, you guys got 12 offensive rebounds. How great does it feel when you're getting the offensive rebound, maybe leading to a putback?
Yeah.
Was it good? Sure. I think we trust each other. When a shot goes up, you know that you're going to have 4 teammates down there crashing, maybe 3 if we have a safety. But yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence to step into shots, and even if you miss, you know that there's going to be girls down there behind you ready to put it back in. So.
Anything else for the Huskers? Okay.
So one more. So your Big Ten home openers on the horizon. So what can you guys learn from games like today? How can you guys prepare for the 29th?
I think just our start to games has got to get a little bit more consistent. I think sometimes we've been kind of punked first for the first couple minutes or first quarter or whatever it looks like. And so kind of just, Cal spoke about it, we handled adversity today, and while that's not always something you want to work on during games, I think it's taught us a lot of things, and I think moving forward into this next Big Ten, second Big Ten game, just taking that and getting out to a great start.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Have a great Christmas, everyone.
finish things up here with Nebraska coach Amy Williams. Coach, you'd like to make an opening statement and then take questions.
Okay, just feeling really blessed right now heading into the holiday season and still undefeated with a group that I just have so much fun coaching. And obviously today's game, there were some challenges that Cal Baptist presented, and we knew that coming in. I thought they played really inspired and hard, and it took us a while, but that fourth quarter we finally were able to kind of get over the hump and slam the door, and just a really good win and a really good finish to a non-conference season that we're really proud of.
There have been many moments where you guys have been pushed during the non-conference part of the season. Is there any type of benefit of having one of these games where you have to dig a little deeper right before the challenges of Big Ten play?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that this entire non-conference schedule, there's been times where I've felt like, okay, this was a challenge that we really needed, and today was a challenge that we really needed, and we found ways to kind of overcome some things, and I think we also learned some things we need to keep improving upon heading into Big Ten play.
Kind of piggybacking off that, what have you maybe learned about this group in these first kind of 1.5 to 2 months of play?
What I've learned is that we can turn a lot of different places when we kind of when we need production. And I thought Amaya Hargrove was outstanding in the first half today when we were a little anemic outside of that offensively, but I thought she really sparked us. Had 13 first half points and 6 first half rebounds, and I thought just really crashed the offensive glass, gave us some second chances, got herself to the free throw line, did the things that you need to do when you need a kind of a spark. And there's times where it's been Jess Petrie. There's been times where it's Logan Nisley. I thought Logan hit some huge shots today that kind of gave us that little cushion and that confidence that we needed. And Logan's had quarters where she had 11 points in one quarter. And, I think Britt Prince, carries our teams at times, but it's, we can turn to a lot of different places to get production. And that's something that we're excited for as we head into Big Ten play.
At times it felt like Cal Baptist was content, trading three-pointers or, shooting threes, allowing you to shoot threes. Was there a concerted effort for you guys offensively to kind of get the ball in the paint to Jess and Amaya, kind of see them work?
Yeah, I mean, we had a very specific goal for paint touches in this ball game, and it kind of, I thought maybe we were pressing a little bit once we knew they got into a little bit of foul trouble in the first half in their forward position. And so I thought then we were kind of trying to maybe force that a little bit with a little less movement offensively to try to get to those paint touches. And I thought they were pretty aggressive about showing some double teams and help down in there. And when we finally kind of settled in, made them work a little bit, got pretty good pace in that fourth quarter, then the second half, our paint touches goal was a lot more close to what we were looking for.
Is there anything about Eliza's status you can share?
Yeah, just out with illness today, and we're hopeful that she's feeling good over the break and that she could be ready to go when we come back after Christmas.
Was there anything with the week off between games that you think might have contributed to the slow start today?
I don't know about that. I feel like, obviously our kids were focused on, finishing the semester strong too and doing great with their finals. And I thought they did, a great job of that from what we're seeing on grades coming in. And but I thought they did just a great job of using our practice time during this week as kind of a study break, a chance to come out and just enjoy their teammates. They had great energy, great spirit. And so I was really proud of that. I think, honestly, probably a little more to do with Cal Baptist than anything else on, the slow start.
Was there any concern with how much production they had in the post, just given what type of physicality and stuff you're going to be seeing now over the next 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we, in preparation for Cal Baptist, they have a lot of depth, and they have a lot of players that if they can get them all healthy all at the same time, we weren't really sure. Obviously, one of their key pieces, Grace Schmidt, comes back. This is just her third game back on the season, and she had 22 in their last game, and is very capable and productive scorer and post player. They've got players that can shoot. They obviously are number 7 in the nation in 3-point field goals attempted. They really are dangerous and can get hot from behind there. And so there's a lot of things that they present that we feel like will be applicable when we are playing some of the Big Ten opponents that we play, especially here early.
You had 9 turnovers. Cal Baptist had 9 steals. That means that you had no travels or any turnovers like that, so any of that sort. How does that make you feel for the discipline of your team?
Yeah, what an odd stat. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. I told Gresh, I'm not 100% sure, is that good or is it bad? I think it's good in the sense of the discipline. We worked really hard on setting good legal screens and not, doing things that, kind of cost turnovers and offensive foul, those types of things. But I do feel like, sometimes you'd rather almost have the ball thrown into the 4th row and it's a dead ball and you can go back and set your defense than to watch number 5 pick it and go shoot a layup on the other end. I feel like, sometimes we can protect the basketball a little bit more from just steals. I think they did a good job with that. But we bounced back in the second half after 7 first half turnovers and then only had 2 in the second half. And I think that shows pretty good discipline against a defense that we really respect.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you all. Have a blessed holiday season, guys.